Yeah. Well, hello, all of you string picking guys and gals out there. Welcome back to the String Pickers channel here at Obscene Studio, a place where we make promises, forget about them, then have to revisit them a month and a half later. A lot of you don't know this, but I have a playlist in my videos for the Headrush Flex Prime. A lot of you do know this. Recently, I have gotten a comment from a gentleman, lady, not really sure about that, but I'll pin the comment right over here. And they were asking about, they had just watched part 2. And they were asking if you could use the selector knob to change the perimeters on the screen or use your finger as a touchscreen. They were looking into buying this pedal. Well, you can use both. I am back and forth. Sometimes to fine tune something, I'll use the knob to change the perimeters. Sometimes I use my finger to change the perimeters. You can use both on that, and that's fine. I really appreciate this comment, by the way, because it reminds me that there are people out there interested and they do have questions that I could possibly have the answer to, and that means a lot to me to help others out. During all of this, I went back and watched that video, and I realized at the end of that video that I said, in our next video, we are going to take a look at the user interface on the computer screen for the Headrush Flex Prime, because that is like one of my favorite features about the Flex Prime. You don't have to hook it up via USB cable to either end. It remotely does it all through Wi-Fi. It all hooks through the same Wi-Fi. And then I watched part 3, and that wasn't what was filmed. Part 3 was bass presets, I do believe. Part 4 was something completely different. Headrush cloud downloads. The Headrush cloud downloads was part 4. And there's never been a part 5. I've taken a break and tried to catch up on some other things that I have here in the studio, pedals, what have you, different amps and stuff. So today we're going to do part 5 to the Headrush Flex Prime, and we are going to focus on the user interface that you don't have to download an app for, that you don't have to use some kind of download from a website to get. You don't have to plug up to the Headrush Flex Prime to get. And we're going to show you just how easy it is to navigate, to change build rigs, go from one rig to another, to do all of that just in your web browser. Ladies and gentlemen, I've said in the past videos on the Headrush Flex Prime that I do not want to push products onto you. I'm basically just giving you my thoughts and opinions on this product. I am not influenced in any way by Headrush themselves, by any companies out there. I'm not sponsored. This is all 110% my own thoughts and opinions. You can take them for what they are. You may not be into the Headrush. That's fine. You may be into Fractal. You may be into Axe Effects. And that's fine. I've got no problem with those either. I just like the Headrush because the Headrush makes things easy for an old man like me that loves modeling but doesn't want to get into some kind of craziness to where I have to spend 6 months trying to figure it out. There is a lot to the Headrush Flex Prime, a lot, but it's easy to navigate. It's easy to figure out. And plus, explanations are just one website away. And that explains what all models of amps, cabs, pedals, mics that they have on there. Everything. Everything is just super easy with a Headrush. So again, I apologize that I never did bring that up in the next part to the Headrush series, but we're in part 5 now. I am going to push this ahead of some other videos that I have so you guys can see it sooner before I have the other videos scheduled to appear on YouTube. Guys, I'm like 6 weeks ahead. And I do that simply because if something comes up and I can't film for a week or two, I want you guys to have that content to go and look at, to go see, to maybe something can help you out, but it's not going to help you out if I'm not uploading it. So right now, this is the guitar of the day that we're going to be playing through. We are going to use our normal format for this video. You're going to have a camera on me, a camera on the computer screen, and I'm going to hook you guys directly from the Headrush through the interface to the camera, and then I am going to be talking through the opposing camera, or the camera in parallel, I guess. Take that for what it is. So hang around just a second. Let me get you guys set up so you can discover more about the Headrush Flex Prime on your journey to understand it even more and possibly grow to love it. So we are jamming. First, let me cut off this. Let me show you how to access this on your laptop. So once you have set up your Headrush Flex Prime to your Wi-Fi, you go to a laptop that you have, computer, whatever in your house that is hooked up to the same thing, will work even on your cell phone. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to your internet browser. In this case, it's going to be Safari. So once you get your browser opened up, you just simply type in Headrush Flex Prime .local. And what it does is it finds the Flex Prime through your Wi-Fi and then brings everything up on the screen. As you see here, I'm going to maximize this. As you see here, this is the effect, the patch that we're working through. It's called Solar Lead Metal. And this is what it sounds like. Okay, now on this patch, I have several different effects here. We have a delay. So we can turn this delay on right here. And then we have our delay. And then you can go right back in and shut it off. But the cool thing about it is you get to adjust all of the parameters upon that delay, which is in this case a tape echo, your record level, the mix, the head tilt, which is set to 0, the wow, you get the hiss and the tails, everything on for that pedal. So we can turn that back off, and then we have our drop tune pedal. Here lets you pick just exactly what you want in the drop tune pedal. You can go down 1, down 2. So let's check that out. We'll turn that on. This is regular E. And there you go. There's your drop pedal. I use this effect probably more than a lot of them. I have this one for mainly rhythm and leads. However, I have used this as just mainly rhythm more than leads. I have others that I use for leads. So in this, we have this chain. We go from a noise filter to the clone drive. We go to a Soldano, and then here's your volume. We have this pedal here, which is the Black Death pedal, which is very, very cool pedal. Graphic equalizer. We have a chorus built in. This has 2 cabs and 2 IRs in it. So, and you can choose to mix it here, there, wherever you want to mix it at. And the cool thing about this is that if you're building on your laptop, you can go over here and you can open another page, and you can go to do headrusheffects.com, and then you can go into the Headrush Flex Prime and get a list of all of the amps, pedals, what all of them are simulated after. So there is an easy way to just go back and forth between pages. That way you can look at what you want to add, what you want to take away, so on and so forth. And right here, all you got to do is go forward and back between effects. Forward, we got our clean ambient sound. Let's take off the extra ambient. Let's turn the air reverb 2 off. So, and you'll see on this one that we have several different empty boxes. There's 4 of them here that you can add preamp stuff or between the amp and the cab, which the cab on this one is here, which all I have to do for that is to move it down, and you wouldn't think, but it makes a difference in the tone. So there's that one. Now we can go to, this is the lead, that other lead that I love to use. That's another lead that I like to use. So you can edit rig here. That's what we are on right now, is the edit. You can go to set list. Set list brings up all the set lists that we have in this one, all the patches, and then you can go to other set list, but we're not going to do any changes to that right now. You can do a new. So let's build a rig on the Headrush and the Headrush is like 6 feet away from me, not even close to it, no cords tied to it whatsoever. Let's just click new. Let's go down here and add an amp. So let's go to amp. Let's do a revolver amp. Let's do something high gain. So let's go down to, there's the PV6505. Let's go to Engel. Engel is called an Angel on here. So you can go in and adjust these parameters here. Let's add some treble. Let's add a little bit of bass. Presence, okay. Depth, gain. Let's go to gain. Let's go to volume. master. Got a little too much bass in that, so let's take some of that bass out, drop it back toward where the middle is at, and a little bit of the gain out. We don't want all the gain. Okay, and we have a paired up cab for that, and the cab settings look okay. We're going to leave those where they're at. And let's go back and put an overdrive in. And we are going to go to one of my favorite overdrives, JRC OD Green. Let's do smooth. Now, immediately we hear the hiss from this, just adding this overdrive. So let's go back over here to the first block and let's go down to utility. Utility is going to allow us to pick a noise gate, and we're going to go with the noise filter. I like the noise filter, usually works pretty good. We'll go with careful. Noise is gone. So we got a good high gain just like that. Just nothing else, just like that. Just a high gain sound coming from the Headrush that emulates an Engel being pushed by an Ibanez tube screamer. So, what are we going to do to make that better? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move the amp down here, because I like my modulation effects and delays to be between the amp and the cab, kind of set up close to what a effects loop would sound like. And I'll show you the difference. Okay, let's go in front of the preamp. Let's add a chorus. And let's go to let's go to a regular chorus. Let's do intense. Let's back our rate down. Let's add some depth. Let's bring the mix up a little bit, the feedback up a little bit. Okay, this is what the chorus sounds like before the amp. Okay, let's add it after the amp, between it and the cab. Just a little bit less of a distorted kind of sound going in front of the amp. So we've got yeah, we've got that. That really comes through on a clean tone. If you're playing a clean tone and you got chorus, from putting it in front of the amp and behind the amp, you can really tell the difference on these patches when you build them like that. So let's go to, let's do a delay. Okay, let's do a delay. We're going to do our tried and true BBD delay. We're going to do an echo long. Okay, let's turn our feedback down. Let's do our delay down just a little, about right in there. Okay, and we can just turn the delay off and go back to our regular amp and tube screamer and cab. So here is another way that we can do this. Let's add a reverb. I'm going to put a reverb down here close to the cab. Let's see, which one did I use? I like the C verb. That is, no, let's not do that. Let's do the air reverb. Let's do Hall. So there you go. You got chorus, delay, and reverb, and you still have 7 spots open for other different types of effects, pitch shifters, drop tune pedals, whatever you want to add to this mix. So basically, to save this, I am going to say YouTube build. That is going to be our title for this effect. So let's save that. Now, if you want to go to clean tone, let's go back up here. Let's drag. This is another cool thing that I enjoy about this is you can long press on it, drag it down here to where it says delete, and it's going to ask you, and you click delete, and then you can go in and add amps. Let's go to the Headrush side of things this time, and let's go with the Tweed Deluxe. Well, let's go with the Tweed Prince, and there you go. That is a bit bottom endy. So let's go to this. Let's drag it down, delete. This is without a cab at all. Let's turn off the overdrive. Let's add a cab. Let's go, instead of a cab, let's go with an IR and pick something that's, let's do this one. Not really happy with that one. Let's go back. Let's go with cab. Let's go with the IR. And let's go with something just a little bit brighter. The 412 Brit G12M is a 412 cab that is a Marshall. So let's go with that. Okay, now I like that. Let's raise the tone just a little to get away from that bottom end. Let's raise our volume just a little and our output level just a little. There we go. That's better. Let's drop it back just a hair. Too much volume, so we can adjust that back. We can adjust our master or output level back. And there you go. Now, if we wanted to save this, then all we would have to do is go click save. But I kind of like distorted high gain tone, and I've got a lot of clean channels, so I'm not going to keep this for a clean channel. So what we're going to do basically is let's swap rigs, and it's going to ask to save, to cancel, to save new rig, and we're going to discard. So that takes it back to where it was. If we go back to the YouTube build, we get our high gain sound. I'm happy with that. I will use that all day long. And that is, like I said, you get hundreds of different effects, cabs, all this stuff. There's hundreds of ways that you can build a rig with the Headrush Flex Prime, and this thing just continually amazes me. Also, you can, like I said, move back through rigs. Pink Floyd Clean. I think that was one I downloaded from the cloud. I've not played much with it yet. Volume's a little high on that one. So to fix that, we'll go to our out on this side. Rig volume, we can back that off just a little right there. And then we can go to the next one, clean ambient, and then of course my favorite that I love to use, and there you have it. That's all you got to do. You go into headrushflexprime.local, pulls it right up on the screen for you, connects what you have over there, and the thing on the Headrush, everything changes on that screen with this screen in real time, back and forth. You don't even have to touch that pedal. You can do everything right in front of your computer. If you're playing along with something on YouTube or something from Spotify, anything like that, then you can change things in real time, play along with those. You can edit all of your patches and effects. You can even edit your rigs to where you can add, take away patches from each rig right here on a computer screen. Simple, laid out, effective. So what about that? For part 5, we have discovered something else about the Headrush Flex Prime, and that is that thing is just, they have raised the bar. I mean, simply just raised the bar when it comes to modelers and effects. That thing is just so impressive, so impressive. And I did not even tap in to 10% of what you could do with that thing through a computer screen without even touching, without even coming over here and touching this. Basically, that all you got to do is turn it on, make sure that it is on, boot it up, connect it to the Wi-Fi, then turn your computer on, go to headrushflexprime.local. It will find that Headrush and will connect to it automatically. And then all you have to do from there is go through and have fun. That's just bottom line. You just have fun with it. Create effects, take away effects, edit effects, download effects. It's just amazing what it can do. I have effects built on there. Actually, the solar effect that you've seen earlier is what I usually get a lot of my 80s hair metal tones from this guitar out of, because let's face it, this West Creek Guitarist just screams the 1980s. I mean, come on. This thing is just bad to the bone. So yeah, that's what you're looking at for the Headrush. I know that you guys have probably been missing the Headrush content, because I got a lot of comments saying that they really loved the versatility of the Headrush and everything that it can do. And of course, I do too, or I wouldn't even own it. A lot of you people that are thinking about buying the Headrush, I hope this is an informed decision that you can look at. And it's so easy. It's so easy. People that have not been working with computers very long at all can figure that out, no problem whatsoever. The first time I sat down and used the laptop to edit effects, I was just blown away, blown away. So anyway, that's part 5 of the Headrush. I want to take a minute to thank all of my new subscribers. We've reached 150 subscribers, which is somewhat unreal to me. I know I've been in this now for probably about 8 months, and I know there's people that's been in it about that time that's got thousands of subscribers or whatever. But I know that my subscribers are here because they like the content, and that means a lot to me. It really does. So I appreciate each and every one of you, especially you new subscribers to the channel. Uh, welcome. Welcome to the String Pickers channel. Things get a little crazy every now and then, but we're okay. No therapy needed yet. We do enjoy having conversations about music and instruments, amplifiers, pedals, you name it. That's what I love to talk about more than anything here, is those things. That's the reason why I created this channel, is to help you guys out and to let you know that you have help out there when you think that you don't, because I didn't. When I first started, I had no idea. I had to figure things out for myself, and I had to teach myself. And I still today, I'm learning. I'm learning each and every single day. Thanks to people like Brant from Tone Yeager. Thanks to people like Chris at BCG 5150. Subscribe to these guys. Subscribe. Tons of channels out there that can help you now and give you the tools that you need, that I didn't have the luxury of having whenever I was a young man getting into music. So guys, that's it for this video. I really appreciate y'all stopping in and checking out the content. Just keep in mind that this video will be ahead of some of the other videos. So the next videos that you see are you're probably not going to see the soundproofing on the wall. You're probably not going to see this guitar in here yet, or anything like that. Sometimes my videos are a little out of sequence. Basically, it's demand. If I find a video that I'm going to do that I need to put out there right away, I'll push other videos back a little bit. That's just to help you guys out. Just know that there are still videos coming that are really cool. I have a video coming on a noise gate shootout that is awesome. So I'm probably going to push it out past this one. And I hope that you guys are in it for the long haul with me. If you have video ideas, or you want me to see me do something here in this studio that you would like to learn about or like to even talk about, then just leave it in the comment section down below. While you're there, hit that old like button, subscribe if you want to. We like new people around here. It's not a cult, I promise. So guys, that's all I got for you today. As always, I want to wish each and every single one of you the most blessed day ever for you and yours. And I pray, above all, that God is with you all. Until next time, later.